Greetings, everyone. Please give a moment to make sure everything, make sure everything's set on up. Looks like all the live streams are going on up, all four of them. Disable preview here to save some resources. Turn on my macros, move around the camera. Activate the chat windows to display all the chats, all perhaps one of them for the entire live stream. And there we go. Looks like everything's good. And looks like everything is good to go. Just going to open my drink and make sure it's not poison. And yep, looks like everything is good. So let's actually find a replay. Not in 5 minutes. Oops, not the fast forward button. There's maximize button. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Company Heroes 2 replay. Spawn on the left side as the blue Octopular, I've got PL Box. Spawn on the right side as the red UKF, I'm CIA. You monster. Then again, he is playing British, so it's probably not the case, especially during World War II, it was OSS. Either way, we do have Doctrine of Lock-in, but we got immediately into the Fortifications Doctrine, so maybe I'm for some early S mines, some early machine gun bunkers, perhaps? Guess we'll have to wait and see. British player has access to 3 doctrines, of course. We got the Royal Artillery, we got the Mobile Assault Regiment, and we got the Royal Engineers. We got triple infantry section now deployed on the field, or being deployed in the field. Another Volksgrenadier as well. Shogun Pioneers laying down some wire around the hay. So it's going to be a bit more than a needle in that haystack. And he's going to put into a triangle formation. Volksgrenadiers laying down some sandbags. Very nice. Kept the fuel sector. However, that fuel sector is not in supply. So the next Volks heading to the cutoff sector. VP now being captured on up. Central VP has been captured by the British. Volksgrenadiers have some light cover. The British player could try interrupting this capture of the cutoff sector. My apologies, I'm a little bit have issues with allergies, so my throat is not 100% clear. Third squad of Volksgrenadiers deployed in the field, and now got a squad of recovery sappers. Now got an SWS half-track on the build queue. Storm Pioneers advance along the flank. And with that, he decides to fall back. Probably a good idea. Volksgrenadiers could have just advanced for this light cover and be in great position. And the Volksgrenadiers were charging forward, so the intersection was to retarget towards the Storm Pioneers, as they probably should. And with the Volksgrenadiers advancing, he would simply just get overran. Each section does get inside this garrison. It's an uncommon garrison. It is the rare stone church, which has a pretty big hole, so it's very holy. And it looks like 3 guys are firing out of it at the moment. Maybe a 4th guy somewhere, but I only see the 3. Volksgrenadiers engage this intersection, does manage to catch them in open ground, so got a lot of free damage there. And this Volksgrenadiers will be displays after all heavy cover has been the garrison cover, plus it's 2v1. Shogun Pioneers do overrun that infantry section. Got this Volksgrenadiers kind of some light cover, or is he actually in front of? It may, I honestly can't tell. To me, it looks like maybe in front of it. Oops, that's attack map. Volksgrenadiers now pull out some more water in front of the sandbags. If sections do push, or the Volksgrenadiers do push some light cover, there is 8 guys here. Falls back slightly. Maybe there's a little bit. The aggro could be quite nice. Gotta make sure you focus on the infantry section. The Sabra can't do much of that range. And now got the flamethrowers, so now they can do some good damage. Though even though light cover they don't receive bonus damage, splash damage is a form of bonus damage. And they were technically clumped up. Volksgrenadiers do fall back, so does the infantry section. Got these 2 infantry sections here. Now got the MG34 on the build queue as well. Of course, we got the Royal Engineers Regiment, which does give access to AVRE, and some medics on the build. Medics got cancelled, replacing with the bolster. I'm assuming me double-clicking on it didn't necessarily bug it out, hopefully. That would be interesting. I never tried double-clicking on a building thing. Does kill off the casualty there. Volksgrenadiers is getting healed up by the Battle Group HQ slightly forward. It has not been activated just yet. Maybe good idea to go straight for a Panzer IV. Personally, I don't like using the flak half track, so I tend to go straight for the Panzer IV. When it comes to Boltons, he has full Volksgrenadier Boltons. Also can buff any rifleman squads he may deploy on the field. So you're also unable to deploy out rifleman squads. Each section here does get this cutoff sector. Nope, that's not a cutoff sector. It is severely wounded, so definitely needs medics. Medics now on the build queue. And these Volksgrenadiers taking not only bonus damage, but splash damage as well. He needs to fall back. One more burst could actually possibly wipe him out. Incendiary grenades been thrown. He does void it. Volksgrenadiers do capture that sector. Medics healing these squads. I think the medic could be slightly too far forward. I don't know where the ore exactly casts. Maybe on the leader, maybe on every single model. Volksgrenadiers do get somewhat behind cover, or in front of it. But they will get overran. There's just simply too many men there. Plus 5-man squads does give the intersections plus 25% firepower and health. It's a very, very powerful upgrade. Volksgrenadiers just trying to maintain the max range. Just get healed up a little bit there. It's that they're stuck in the healing animation. They did stop them from firing for a little bit there. Both sides have decaptured their fuel sector. Shogun Pioneers may need to fall back. These got decaptured. That all sometimes you need. And the recovery sapper does fall back there. But kind of work around the build queue. Not a bad idea. Could probably eye for a sheer transporters. He has 90 fuel. Try to get that up and going, because at least while you won't be able to pull out any panzers if you rush it out, you at least have a very powerful static emplacement to say protect that cutoff, that fuel sector and cutoff sector placed out right there.
Anti-tank battery is ready for deployment.
as half track on the build queue, we do have some Brent. Does get caught on negative cover as well. One squad of STGs on the field. And overall, that guy is taking quite a bit of damage. Another squad of STGs does get splashed quite a bit by the Incendigrade. Flamethrower coming on forward.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
And now the Volksgrenadiers taking severe damage. They could get wiped out. No, they do not. Incendiary grenade there. I don't think that was necessary. And the Volkswagen Pioneers will escape out of there. We've got the Sheer Panzerkorps or SWS half track there. Probably just probably keep in the area, just let absorb some shots. Volksgrenadiers behind some good heavy cover. 3 windows on the side. Incendiary grenade has been thrown inside that garrison. Volksgrenadiers getting healed on up, but of course they're going to be entering combat not fully healed, so they're going to take a lot of extra damage there. In fact, he doesn't have extra reinforcements here since he is out of supply. Chopin's charge way forward, needs to put away that Minesweeper. Let the Volksgrenadiers capture that sector, at least get healed up by the medics, and then reinforce later. Both these Volksgrenadier squads do fall back. Another MG34 on the build queue. I sort of disagree with the MG34. I think I just get the Sheer Panzerkorps up and going as soon as possible. This MG34 is heading towards the center. Maybe just find some light cover right here and be nasty.
MG-34 gun crew ready for action.
And now we've got a Vickers being employed in the field as well. SW's half track advancing. Sherman Pioneers advance forward from Minesweeper. Polish your turret. I'll put it away now. Incendiary grenade has been thrown, displacing the infantry section. We've got Brens on some of these squads. A good number of squads have at least 1 or 2 Brens. And this Bren squad does get suppressed. Has just looks like 1 Bren at the moment. And looks like this MG34 finds this infantry section squad as well, which I think this one has 2 Brens. See this one guy here, and I see another guy right there. Laying down a landmine there, very nice. I think it should just fall back to the Battle Group HQ to get healed on up. Vickers in a good position, does suppress 1 squad, decide to fall back with both, which is probably a good idea. May have saw those Sherman Pioneers lay down a landmine there, it's hard to say. And this thing's going to get reformed, he needs to fall back. Both units are falling back as well. MG34 just going to soft retreat away, it's way too easy to be flanked where it currently was at. Sheer Panzerkorps has its gun upgraded, so Panzers have been authorized. And this guy in negative cover will immediately get suppressed. AoE suppression likely. Governor's still alive and melee pins and suppress. Got this guy advanced way forward. Here is the Sheer Panzerkorps radius. But we got a big line of sight blocks here with the hay barrels. Or hay, not barrels, but bales. Finds a landmine, finds Sheer Panzerkorps. 60 fuel. Does fall back there. Volksgrenadiers now getting healed on up. And the Sherman Pioneers are heading up north. We got the Volksgrenadiers heading down south. We do have the complete command post, no hammer, no anvil, so AVR is not available anytime soon. Panzer IV and Cromwell could come out of similar timing. Cromwell does cost what, 110 fuel, while the Panzer IV, the Panzer IV is 130, and they have, or 140, and they have a 30 fuel difference. So, yep. Does spot the British landmine, and he's sweeping it, disposing of it, and does get cleaned on up. Each section here does, or Volksgrenadiers do decapture the fuel sector, and he probably should just withdraw. Got the flamethrower and 2 infantry section squads. He's going to take a lot of free damage there. Incendiary grenade there, waste some munitions in my opinion. He has gotten fortifications doctrine, which does prevent him from. Oh, thank you for the follow, Sorin85. Welcome to the stream. He can set up munitions with Zing artillery, which is honestly a bit of a mixed bag. It's pretty easy to avoid, and it's really expensive for just denying an area for 60 seconds. So I'm sort of fine with him throwing his munitions away in incendiary grenades. Assuming they're good incendiary grenades. But I'm just saying it's not critical of trying to cast that ability. Like is employed in the field. First round. Gets a pretty good hit there. Next round has the possibility of wiping him out. Gets a good hit there as well. Does force him back.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
We do have that squad falling back. We do have the Volkswagen being engaged by the recovery sapper with a minesweeper, so only has 2 stands up and going. And we do now have the Volkswageners laying down some sandbags. Centaur AA tank beam on the build queue. I disagree with that. He has no 6-pounder, he has no AT assets. He always can get does pick up a single P on that recovery sapper. Does not have enough munitions for another. I disagree with the Centaur. Cromwell would be generally better, because the chance of him fighting a Panzer IV is relatively likely. He just needs a little bit more manpower to get the Panzer IV going. And think as well, even if he does get 2 Piets onto that sapper squad, he will have very little missions afterwards to get out any AT grenades. I try to cast Cup Heroes 1 every Wednesday and Thursday. Plus there's also the daily releases in case you want to see those videos in 4K 60 FPS. Flamer Sapper Advanced Wave 4 gets a bit of damage there onto the Volksgrenadiers. Now we've got the OKW Panzer IV on the build queue. A lot of those rounds are hitting the various terrain objects. And the Kenwerfer gets a good shot there. Not shooting forward for the Kenwerfer is probably a good idea. Probably won't be successful, especially the nearby intersection there. It does get suppressed and burned up a little bit. MG34 is technically flanked. You see a grenade has been thrown there. Like does get a good shot on it as well. Falls back. OKW Panzer IV is here. Needs to push forward. Goes for the Pinto Mount. Six-pounder now on the build queue. Centaur has been repaired. Centaur charge way forward. Will get perhaps double tap. Nope, that's a lag, not the Kenwerfer. Panzer gets a good shot there. Hensford has to be careful about any sort of AT mine, which he has seen some. Good shot there in the infantry section. Centaur does back on off. MG34 in the center and light cover. The Kenwerfer here to help cover it. And now the Panzer IV has been upgraded to the Pinto Mount. Intersection behind some good heavy cover.
Can we shoot something down? We're losing a capture point.
Piet 1 does hit, 2 does hit, 6-pounder does get a good hit there as well, so the Panzer IV is effectively knocked out for the moment. It can only withstand 1 more shot before going down, which is a little bit dangerous. And now got the intersection force on back. Centaur is advancing. Could receive a pair of Panzerfausts. Though that is, yeah, not 35 munitions, 25 munitions. Does force back all those squads. The recovery step does get suppressed. A squad does fall back. Why are you using incendiary rounds? That cannot pen the Centaur. Ganondorf gets a good shot there. Does the MG34 gets wiped on out?
Anti-tank gun and crew now ready for action.
Oh. I love ragdolls. Tree went flying, and we got a guy a little bit stuck in the treads. Each section is now advanced before. They may grab the MG34. Incendiary grenade may make it a little bit too warm for them. Panzer 4, Patrol 4, not fully paired. I can't say you can withstand 3 shots. Your Panzer 4 also is in range, at the maximum possible range. Rolls a miss there. That guy is still bugging out. 6-pounders both miss. Incendiary mortar, incendiary barrage now being brought him in. This could double tap take up the Panzer 4. Can't really tell his health. Rolls double miss once again. That may have been forced by the ground. Flag takes up the barbed wire. I have no idea where that shot was trying to go. Centaur push away forward. Bolt's Grenadiers do get wiped on out. Centaur advancing at full health or nearly full health. Now it's no longer at full health.
Hammer tactics are on the way. We're going to give the enemy a bloody nose. A capture point is being overrun.
Vickers putting some rounds in the Volks. Panzer 4 forced back the infantry section. Does not get a shot onto him. This Centaur's pretty forward. The Kenilworth is sending on up. Good pen there. Slit trench now being established. Centaur does fall back. I see he has access to emergency war speed, so he has gone for hammer, which also can make the AVRE even faster. Good damage there onto the Panzer 4. Oh, taking a couple pens there now. Rolls a miss and miss there. That may have been forced to the ground. Bit of smoke there, smoke out the Vickers. Great shot in the intersection, and the MG34 is suppressing him. Got a British landmine there, and the Centaur's now advancing. And does use the scan ability. And a strafing run does go down. Folks, oh, a heavy gammon bomb. And incendiary grenade. Left 18 deployed in the field. I guess he really wants to take out those artillery pieces. Does go ahead and fire up on the last known location, which may hit the intersections. Nope, that were a miss. Intersections not really paying attention. Took a decent hit there. That could have been far worse. Captured MG34 there, getting forced back by the Volkskandiers.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Recovery sappers are in open ground, so they took a lot of damage there. Oh, and looks like something bounced off the Centaur. Probably a light shot. There's a British landmine. But the minesweeper is trying to sweep him. He may detonate his own landmine there. He does clean up in time. If you probably would have been a good idea to try to force for the ground and detonate the landmine.
Point is being overrun.
Volkswagen is taking a little bit of fire. Does use another scan. Good damage in the intersection, forcing him back. And now got a combat tank on the build queue. Vickers right there. Brandon's section is pushed way forward.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Another MG34 on the build queue. He has lots of Volksgrenadiers in this game. He also has almost no fuel for another Panzer IV. Maybe we better go for another Panzer IV. Got the intersection being suppressed and forced back by the MG34. Can Warfare does... Was that a miss or hit? He was damaged. I think it was already damaged. Most of these forced from the ground. I'm not sure why. Each section is pushed way forward. I guess, was this a line sight block hit? Did he not have vision of it? Now the Panzer IV engaging the each sections. Sherman Pioneers to get inside the slit trench. Left 18 barrage gets a direct hit there. Like it rolls a direct miss. Oh, got a bit of splash damage on the recovery sappers, forcing them back at least. Splashing that 6-pounder. And now we do have the column tank advancing. The cannon warfare push way forward. Panzer IV rolls a miss. And the cannon warfare rolls a pen. Volkswagen will be forced on back. Great shot there by the Panzer IV.
Enemy causing trouble.
Volkswagen is being
Trying to take
suppressed.
one of our points.
Good pen there onto the Centaur. Pen there onto the Panzer IV. It's actually pretty forward. Got these guys getting suppressed. And we could try push forward, try to prevent the decap to the point. Incendiary mortar barrage there. And MG34 may get wiped on out. Does pop on the other side. I have a feeling we may see a left 18 barrage relatively soon, but looks like just going to try to hit those 6-pounders.
Our gun crew has been lost.
Looks like the MG34 does go down there. Volkswagen is into the center. Contact rolls a miss. Throws incendiary grenade onto the intersection. Massive hit there. Ooh, got another good hit there. No wipes though. Volkswagen do throw incendiary grenade.
Somebody's shooting at us.
Good pen there on the Panzer IV. May destroys the entire building by just collapsing it, by ramming it. Blitz his way forward to avoid the 6-pounders. Maybe the like and fire a smoke barrage. It is in range, but he's not thinking about that. Probably thinking about just trying to run. And it looks like he was successful. Volksenator is now pushing forward, and the 6-pounders are falling back. MG34 on the build queue once again. So far, I think he's built more MG34s this game than he has built Volksgrenadiers. Pioneer does have a Panzerjäger which rolls a bounce.
Heavy machine gun Cooper ready for action.
Good pen there. Great shot there on the Volks. We do now have oh, command tank. That's what's causing that effect. It's a good pen there. Again, gets a good shot onto as well. Double pen there. Needs to get on out of there. Maybe blitz. Does receive a miss there. Takes a pen there. And does knock him out. Got Zoom artillery being brought on in. And we've got airburst rounds, which may cause continuous spotting. These AT guns are still in radius, but out of vision range. But nope, looks like they get spotted there. Receive a bit of damage. May have been spotted by this Volksgrenadiers inside the church. Can't say for sure. And now do have the vehicle crew repair ability being activated. Gotta put a round into the MG34. Good pen there onto the Comet. Oh, another tree flies across because I love the ragdolls. And the Sturm Pioneers go down. They're trying to lay down a landmine. I wonder. We do have a mechanized HQ on the field, so he does have a source repair. But he has no vehicles to repair, so he does not need to replace the Sturm Pioneers right now. He is going for another Vikenwerfer. He does have enough fuel for a King Tiger, just simply needs a lot more manpower. Vikenwerfer gets overran by the Command Centaur. Has false cover fire on the Command Centaur. Vikenwerfer gets a good shot there. He lost some Volksgrenadiers as well. This is not looking good for the OKW player. But right now there's a lot of VPs on the field. So this game could go on for another hour. No, could play like a straight VPs for resources. And maybe try to play around a King Tiger. Could try to play defensively, try to go for a King Tiger. Right now, the British player has a massive stockpile of resources, but he's at pop cap. He only has 3 spare population, or 7 spare population, which could be 6 when after this guy gets reinforced. And that's not much we can do to pull out with only 6 population. Another Royal Engineer. He already has 2 on the field, so doesn't really need it. Ground carrier, probably not. More medics, probably not. He could try getting out a forward HQ to get the medic upgrade, get free up some more population there. And then sack his medics. I do not cast Company Heroes 3. Company Heroes 3 is a game I despise. Last time I checked, it doesn't even have a spectate mode nor replay system. Good shot there onto the Centaur. Here, airburst rounds. That's where they're landing. Splashes the common tank a little bit there. Vikenorfer gets a good shot. Got a bit of suppression there. And it looks like the intersection does fall back. Good shot there onto the Centaur. I don't know why. Whenever I say the word Centaur, I don't think of Age of Mythology. I think of actually Fallout New Vegas. You know what's the best thing about Centaurs? They eat humans! The radio. Yeah, I'm assuming he's going for the King Tiger. He is not in a great position. There's the King Tiger deployed in field with Valkyria Chronicle skin. He still has level 18 on field, which is good, but losing the Panzer IV was a bit of an issue. Now that I mentioned losing Volks, he may want to eye after this. Probably Stone Pioneer for additional repairs on the King Tiger because a mechanized repair HQ is simply just not enough to repair up the King Tiger if it gets severely damaged. Good shot there with the airburst round. Then after that, probably either more Volks or Obersassen, whatever he prefers. Oh, good pen and bounce. Centaur does get a burst there on the Volks. Common Tank may have took a shot there from the Vikenorfer. King Tiger has plenty of health. He doesn't have to worry about falling back repairing. More airburst rounds there. Couple overs, yeah, wouldn't hurt. But the problem is something like to say, yeah, get a lot of overs. The problem is, manpower is always a bit of an issue. Whatever he prefers, overs or Volks. But I still think a Stone Pioneer should come first. Of course, needs to get out of combat. He's out of combat, not in radius of the mechanized HQ. Good shot by the Vikenorfer. It's Veterancy 5, which is excellent. This should be very useful. Another pen there. King Tiger taking multiple shots. The King Tiger needs to start reversing back. These AT guns are both Veterancy 2. At Veterancy 2, you do get the increased rate of fire, so it gives you more chances of penning. And now that King Tiger is going to be out of commission for a bit of time. Can't be aggressive with it. That King Tiger is now on defense duty, though he does have the VP capture in his favor. You have a drop Bren there as well. Squad of Obersassens would not mind picking that up, but also Volkswagen is picking up Bren wouldn't be half bad either. Got some white phosphorus. The very spicy air. Mechanized HQ repairing up the King Tiger. Even though it doesn't need to go for a full repair though. A partial repair could be quite nice. Oops, looks like the Vet 5 Vikenorfer got a good shot there. Gets more defense of the common tank. It's going to knock him out. He does have munitions for vehicle crew repairs, but of course does have 2 sappers. And the intersection does get pinned down. Good pen there. Lag bounces. And we have another pen there. Volks do fall back. The Obersassen have picked up the bread and now go with the MG34. I wonder, can Obersassens, do they get the fire while moving breads, or are they the static version? There's some smart logic where some elite units can pick up the fire while moving LMG profile. I always forget who can get that. Commandos, yes. Not sure about ogres. We do now have the booby trap there. King Tiger putting more holes into the church, making it even more holy. One more shot and that it does get out of the garrison, good. Even a stray shot should be able to take out that church. Left 18 got directed there onto the Vickers. And now the Vickers fully destroyed. Almost 53. 53 is what gets increased range, right? Yep, increases weapon range. King Tiger advancing. I wonder how far the range is right now. Pretty far. Should be able to range the base in right now. I never really can tell with 1v1 maps. And knowing 3v3s and larger maps, you do have to be pushed more inwards if you want to barrage opponent's base. There is an AVRE trying to wipe out the Vet 5 Vickenwerfer. That's actually a pretty big loss, losing a Vet 5 Vickenwerfer. Going for a Eagle Owl. Don't think that's a great option right now.
We have 200 points remaining.
Good bounces and pens onto the King Tiger. Yep, I was just curious. Couldn't remember.
Capture point. They're trying to
I always
take
have trouble judging range. Like, oh, can you attack it without the base sector without the veterancy? In this case, it appears to be a yes. Obsas engaging the intersection, who only has one Brent, so this guy may be the one who dropped the Brent, which is now shooting against him. Sotar does take a pen. Avaries have less health than Churchills and more armor, so they're deceptively vulnerable. Regular Churchills can take a beating. Churchill Avaries and Crocodiles, not so much.
HQ is under attack.
Aircraft gets shot down. Good pen there. Aviary advancing way forward. There's a lot of things in front of him, including camouflage for Kenwerfer.
Ready to give support.
King Tiger needs to push forward, engage that Aviary. Lag, Vet 5 Lag gets decrewed. We'll need to shoot and find and repair up the Ashura Panzer quarters. The Kenwerfer is going to receive a Incendiary Barrage, Incendiary Mortar Strike. Does fall back out there, and we've got some good hits there, taking out the
I'm afraid. Quite
AT gun. Looks like the Obsassin's Booby Trap knocks out the intersection. And now do have a vehicle crew repair active.
A capture point is being overrun.
I always find it, I really don't like the fact that it comes with off-map smoke barrage. It should be a smoke barrage from the base sector. Make it so the base sector artillery just does more things. Missed opportunity, I'd say. This is the reason why I included that capability in my mod. We do now have the King Tiger getting repaired on up by the recovery or repairs Pioneers. I still believe he should get out Sturm Pioneer for repairs. This guy is currently not capturing up the sector. Like, taking some damage there. Aviary advancing, fully repaired, or not fully repaired, fully reloaded, not repaired. But most repaired enough. MG34 gets knocked out, as well as the Volksgrenadiers.
The enemy is trying to overrun our HQ.
6-pounder does get pinned there onto the King Tiger. It's almost Specialty 1, but Specialty 1, of course, gets Saxon's Spearhead. Good shots there. Up north, we've got the MG34 getting flanked. It is a negative cover. And looks like that, AT gun does get fully destroyed by the comet tank. White phosphorus onto the leg, not really that important. Wilson is pushed forward, left 18 almost ready for another barrage. Actually, no, it's at 0 seconds remaining. It has about 35 seconds remaining for its barrage. And now the Eve section does fall back. Comet tank pushed forward. King Tiger advancing. Good pen there from the Feckenwerfer. It also received some white phosphorus. And that Vet 3 Feckenwerfer could get decrewed, which is actually a bit of a loss. Does force back that squad. Over here we got the Centaur advancing. And does do the scan action there, rips that part of the building entirely in an instant. How nasty. Oh, that's one way to get displaced and wipe out an MG quickly. Drops the Bren.
We're losing a capture point.
And this guy cannot pick up the Bren, but one of these guys can. Yep, one of them can. King or Aviary pushing forward. He's trying to go for Panzerfaust, so not get injured correct. And also, in my opinion, it's a good idea to have hold fire turned on in the Aviary. It would stop the turret from automatically rotating to use this machine gun. Just make sure you have a bit more control.
Where do you want us?
Do now have a squad of Storm Pioneers on the build queue. Left 18 now, rush C4. The Cannon Warfare gets a good shot there. And we see another good pen. That is a Veteran C4 of the Cannon Warfare. Storm Pioneers almost complete. King Tiger. Veteran C1, Spearhead turned on. Pretty healthy at the moment. More white phosphorus there. He's been very aggressive with the white phosphorus round, hasn't he? That smoke shell, I can't see the white phosphorus round. There's too many abilities for me to see.
A capture point is being
Good smoke round there. Aviary gets a good shot on the Volks. King Tiger rolls a miss. Comet tank rolls a bounce. So you know you have to aim for the machine gun port. It has about 200 millimeters of pen, so you have to aim for the machine gun port. I don't think hitting the turret face is useful. I played too much War Thunder. Does take a pen, multiple pens there. Could throw a heat grenade. Because that King Tiger's very cold steel. We now have the Vet 3 T-gun going down. Getting rid of all of the Veteran C is important on this thing. Aviary advancing. Veteran C4, the Feckenwerfer sitting on up. Does get spotted there. King Tiger gets a pen there as well. MG34 gets wiped out as well. Get 2 for 1 deal. Centaur takes some pens there. Mercy War speed away.
The Huns have 300 points at the moment.
Good pen there on the King Tiger. The Leclerc does not have too much remaining, but he does have good assets. Right, he has lost Obsatsen with his assets. Probably go for a Panzer IV. A Jagdpanzer would help him hard. Actually, a Jagdpanzer could be a good auger. Yep. Yeah, like I was trying to say, I think Jagdpanzer would be a good item because he's fighting against an AVRE and Combat Tank, something long range and very good anti-tank. Is something that he needs. He, of course, does need some infantry squads. Ogres may be a little bit too expensive. Volks are, of course, a bit more of a cheaper option. With 5 models, they can take a bit more of abuse.
One of our anti-tank guns is gone.
Of course, right now is manpower's his issue. It's going for Pack 43. Does take out the Eagle Owl. Pack 43 possibly can be good, but a little bit too iffy. I think he has plenty of fuel. I think a mobile asset like a Jagdpanzer would be better. After all, a Pack 40 is what, 400 manpower? And a Jagdpanzer is like 350, right? It's 400 as well. He has plenty of fuel. I'd say the mobile Jagdpanzer would probably be a little bit better.
Enemy threatening a capture
It's
point.
sometimes really hard to make usage of the, oh, and there goes Volks. That Panzerfaust was nowhere near enough damage to get the Faust off, the snare off. So that was a bit of a waste of a Volks.
The enemy are at
Now he only has a Sturm Pioneer for capturing.
our capture point. They're trying to take
No, but there is something he can do with the Pack 43 he can't do with the Jagdpanzer. Since the Pack 43 can fire through all-terrain objects, regardless if direct line of sight or not, that also does include smoke. He can smoke out the front of the Pack 43, and it can still perfectly fire straight through smoke. It has no problem aiming and firing through smoke. That's the only gimmick that the Pack 43 has at the moment.
position.
Again, another MG34? No. So, you spend the fuel, go for a asset. At that point, it's better go for a Panzer IV. Almost also sitting on the point is it's in the range of the Pack 43, and getting multiple good pens there. Almost already have Veteran C2. I forgot how this fast this thing vets. And Veteran C2 increases rate of fire. And of course, he has access to target weak point. Good pen there. Now it's 2 pretty deadly hits there. And the King Tiger may be able to finish off. Does get out of vision range. And or weapons range. Good splash onto the sappers.
6-pounder anti-tank gun.
Brings in the zeroing artillery. That's a bit of a waste. Sturm Pioneers or MG3s, the Captain Central VP. Right now, the Open player only has 1 VP, or is claiming 1 VP. The British player was capturing a double, was sitting on triple VP, hence why the Open player lost so many tickets.
Our headquarters are under fire.
Sapper pushing way forward. Bounce there. Couple good pens there. Comet Tank advancing, rolls a bounce there as well. Oh, the Pack 43, what happened to it? Incendiary Mortar? I probably was Incendiary Mortar. That can at least be recrewed. Looks like the Incendiary Mortar did some decent damage to the gun itself. King Tiger's doing a good job of corralling his opponent to his opponent's
HQ is under
space.
attack.
MG4 heading down south, but the Brens are just sitting on top of the point. Does resecure up the Pack 43. He needs to get that reinforced and push forward. King Tiger needs to turn off Spearhead. He's trying to displace this intersection. No, not MG34. He sees the fact that he is having trouble with intersection. You need infantry to deal with it. With bundles and cinder grenades, not slow MG34s. Does get okay hit there. Pack 43 is recruit. Avery is trying to go for a shot. Gets a stun shot. Very good hit.
100 points remaining.
Also can start to C3. So now can repair us up on crits. 6-pounder rolls a bounce there. Heat grenade made the King Tiger very warm. Particularly its engine. It's on fire. The Avery does need to fall back. Doesn't have too much health. Comm tank here. Good pen. Needs to turn off Spearhead. Needs also spin the tank around. Improper movement. Turn off Spearhead. Turn off Spearhead. I think the Okanipoli player just made some really bad choices. And that should be the end of the game. There was a good possibility the King Tiger could have won that fight. Because if you need to manually spin the tank, make sure the front armor is exposed. Takes the MG34. Pack 43 may take it out. Nope, lose. Oh, yes.
In Churchill, AVRE has been lost in combat.
At this point in time, with no armor assets, the comm tanks should just sit back and let the infantry do all the work. Stone Pioneer's hitting to this point.
The enemy's taken a proper thrashing. He's down to only 50 points.
He has enough man or fuel for more King Tigers. At this point in time, Panzer Force will have trouble versus the Vet 2 Comet. It is going for a Comet, detonates the landmine, very nice. Neutralizes this point, which is good. Does capture that point there. Pack 43 versus C1, so it has access to target weak points. This would be a good time for target weak points. White Phosphorus there.
The enemy are trying to overrun our HQ.
Level 15 barrage his opponent's space sector. You don't need to worry about reinforcing the medic. You don't need him to get the healing aura. Into the 4 gains some good healing there, borrowing some sandbags there as well. Triple capture in favor of the British player. So looks like the OKW player will lose in a moment.
The enemy have 25 points left. Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Centaur does receive a pen. And the Pack 43 does not finish off the Centaur. Gets some good shots there onto the Comet. And White Phosphorus will not stop the Pack 43 from engaging. Though being out of range would. Cannon bomb there. And that is the end of the replay. He may have said GG after the end of the replay, but it's no way for me to really tell this Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Good replay to start off the game with, though I do believe the OKW player did make some tactical decision issues, particularly that he built more MG34s and Volks. Yeah, he basically had nothing left after losing the King Tiger. Sure, there's a possibility he could have pulled out a victory, but sometimes it's just not really worth it. There we go. Let's go on to some 2v2 now. Let's see, start in 7 minutes. Nope. This may not give indication of skill, just make an indication of lack of skill. Seems reasonable enough. Not sure. I just take a brief look at the players, see if it's reasonable, and just go. I don't really try to sit down, try to find the best possible game. I just try to find a good possible game. Greetings everyone, and Great here of another Cup Heroes 1 or 2 replay. Spawn on the south side as the yellow British forces. We got semicolon, period, semicolon. Spawn as the blue USF player. We got Kano, the meme man. Spawn as the magenta Wehrmacht player. We got MCA Max 1336. And spawn as the red OKW ally. We have MCA Tomaz.Gaz. Kovagan deployed in the field. Do immediately have airborne pathfinders deployed by the US player, so maybe going for bar finders and 2 Scots. The red OKW player has a Panzer Fusilier on the build queue. He has gone for the breakthrough doctrine. The Ag Tigers can be quite nice in 2v2s. And the British forces selecting doctrine as well, the Mobile Assault Regiment. So he may go for an early mortar. He does go for early recovery sappers being taxied with to a Bren carrier.
Listen up. Here's the deal. Wash your ears out, or does wanking make you dead? Taking fire. Ready for more.
Bren carrier persuade forward.
Attacking our flanks.
MG42 is having trouble firing. Looks like he's now trying to task to hit that recovery sapper. Pioneers on the flank, and got the Panzer Fusiliers on it's also its flank. New section pushing forward behind some heavy cover, and it is properly in heavy cover. It won't receive any suppression, but I don't know if that's properly in cover. Heavy cover, hard to say. Guess if we see it suppressed, it's clearly not. Show Pioneers heading to this cutoff sector to 9 some good, valuable income. And just setting up Kubak and capture the flank. Looks like the intersections do fall back.
New machine gun crew ready and waiting.
Bren carrier or universal carrier taking some damage. Echelon squad capture that sector. We do have now the Pathfinders advancing. June Pioneers get inside the garrison, which only has one window able to fire from. So plenty of windows on that side. Retargets with the Panzer Fusilier, good idea. June Pioneers push way forward. Pathfinders have taken a bit of damage there. Needs to retarget towards this guy. The problem is being at this close range. Scope rifles actually have less accuracy at close range. That guy falls back. Does get wiped on out. Late retreat there. One lieutenant, one field. First name Lou, last name Tenant. Folks we need to do inside the garrison there. Bren's carrier firing away. Going for the Vickers K. And recovery sappers do get hit quite hard. He is focusing down the recovery sapper around the Bren carrier, which is very good. Lieutenant engaging the Kubwagen. And we also have the Royal Recovery Engineers taking a bit of damage there. Lieutenant advancing along the flank, get a bit of fire onto the Panzer Fusiliers. Recovery sapper does fall back. And the Grenadier is taking a bit of damage there. Heavy cover is better than garrison cover. So get enough time the intersection will win out. Plus he has help with the universal carrier. Lieutenant gets some good damage there. Force back one of the Panzer Fusiliers. The Lieutenant model is still alive, so does have access to the Thompson. Does fall back. Another Pathfinder pulled in the field. We also got the M20 utility car, not being upgraded to the armored skirts just yet. Armor skirts now being researched, and got the section getting this cutoff sector, and he is still on the point. Does get decaptured and falls back because Panzer Grenadiers is a good reason why to fall back. 2-2 on the build queue from Magenta. Got an LMG Gren here. Needs some medics on this guy. Panzer engaging the Pathfinder, and they're all pretty wounded. The scope rifles could get some great work done. They're below 40% health, so the scope Garens will do snipe hits. See a good hit, snipe there. And it gets fully wiped out. We do have the Universal Carrier taking a bit of fire from the Panzer Grenadiers, who are fighting behind some good heavy cover. Utility car advancing. And the Bren carrier does go down. Heat grenades hits the 2-2. Panzer Grenadiers do fall back, but the Pathfinder's trying to go for a bit of a flank. Ambulance on the build queue. I wonder if the US player is going for weapon racks anytime soon.
Infantry! Suppressive fire!
Retargets over here, trying to hit the Vickers. And now get the recovery sappers all advancing as well. No flamethrower upgrade, just stuns.
Fire too close, fire!
Grenadiers advancing. Vickers getting some good damage from the MG42, so it does need to fall back to those soon. Plus the flamethrower is another good reason why. He may get fully wiped out here, but does manage to skim around the building. Receive a little more fire there. Literally. No flamethrower upgrade there. Does grab the MG42 and falls back. Rifle grenade connects in the garrison. Over here, 2-2 engaged by a vehicle crew. They have dismounted from the utility car. And as well, utility car does not have the bazooka anymore. Trying to get back inside the utility car so it can go down with the ship. And you think rifle grenade could be cast? Bit of smoke there. Not being cast at the moment. Utility car may actually escape out of there. I have no idea how effective a Cooper Wagon is versus a utility car.
We're losing a capture point.
Falls back there. Recovery Sniper stops the repair order. That's actually very important as well. And looks like he did lose another Pathfinder. Paradrops on the 50 cal.
Air supply of field ordnance is available.
Nice thing as well, if you recruit with Pathfinders, it will have self-spotting capability. Pathfinders retain their high vision rate.
Krauts are taking one of our points.
Other units that have higher than normal vision is also the Austere Pioneers.
Ready for action. Area secure.
Eve section takes a little bit of fire there. Panzer G43 is firing away. Red doesn't have too much on the field as well. US lost 2 Pathfinders. We know we've seen one missing Panzerfusilier, one wiped out Panzerfusilier. So both of those players have lost quite a bit. I think Magenta still has everything. I believe Yellow... I think he may have lost the infantry section. He only see one in the field. He probably would have more by now, but he has two recovery snipers, so I'm not sure. 2-2 taking some severe damage. Good shot there on the MG. Massive hit on the recovery sapper. I thought that lag shot was going to wipe them out with how stacked up they were. And Paradrop AT gun, not a bad idea. But he is... Okay, he does get another Pathfinder in the field. Good Vikenda with a shot there onto the utility car. 6-pounder rolls a miss. That may be able to one-shot the 2-2. It looks like it's below half health. Pathfinder's aim moving way forward. Well, I should not do that on negative cover, though. Panzer Grenadiers to get inside the garrison. Flamethrower squad makes them dissuade them from doing that.
Good to go. Enemy infantry.
AT gun may get decrewed here.
Firing at me.
Oh, smoke grenade.
Tell us what to do.
Utility car backs on off. He is Specialty 2, which have N plus on top of road, so should pretty good. Yeah, better understand vehicle limits, improve navigating the utility car. 50 cal not set on up to engage the 2-2. 2-2 is going to play Ring Around the Rosie.
Try to outflank him.
There's a major reporting for a capture point.
Major now deployed in the field. Panzer Grenadiers do fall back. There may have been a bundle grenade there. That looks like a bit more an explosion deformation than a smoke grenade. 2-2 advance way forward. Lieutenant as well throws a bit of smoke there with the utility car. And the Venom from may get decrewed. Taking pretty good volleys there. The utility car always feels, I don't know how to put it. It feels like it does more damage than you would expect. Whenever I deploy a utility car, I have very little confidence in it. They always surprise me. Also, in the same structure, I just tend to go for the Stuart. Because that doesn't, feel like it's, weaker.
Overrunning one of our capture points.
But it's, of course, pretty expensive. Good shot on the Major, and Major near fall back. One Pathfinder Specialty 3, they vet up pretty quickly. The other Pathfinder is unvetted, relatively fresh, and both getting suppressed by the MG34. No Panstruck upgrade there. He's also getting ripped apart, mostly from the utility car. Flamethrower coming around the flank. MG42 just needs a full retreat right now. I don't think there's any opportunity for him to set on up. Bet 2-2. Let's see, Magenta has going straight for Battle Phase 3. Has not selected the Doctrine. He could eye for the Elephant, but his teammate has access to the Yagdpon spawn, not joint operations. A little bit meh. F-18s are nice and all, but they're not really going for support weapon spam, so perhaps not so much. And Pack 43 is situational at best. Though it could be quite useful to put it behind this house. Guarmo would pull on the field. Last Doctrine is Assault Support, and I think the Tiger Tank will generally be pretty good. Plus the Fragmentation and Strafe Run is very nice. And maybe he does have a fuel cache on the field, but maybe squeezing out Open Blitz on top of the mission point wouldn't be half bad.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
But I would still say go for munitions caches over Open Blitz if you want to also give your teammate spit of munitions to help him out as well. Though it doesn't have Breakthrough does have access to the Assault Artillery Barrage, which is nice and all, but it's not super great, just nice. But the Yagdpons can be quite nice for anti-infantry support. You'd be surprised how effective that its barrage ability is. I actually do like that ability. It makes the Jagdtiger provide decent anti-support weapon fire. There goes the Kettlegrad, not Kettlegrad, Kupowagen, wrong game. Both those guys fall back. And one AT gun does see a bit of fire there. Promo falling on back. And one AT gun should be able to escape on out of there. Hands of Warfare now in the build queue. Hands of Warfare. Which gives more idea to go for the Assault Support Doctrine, go for the Artillery Officer, but still, he has plenty of combat skills, so he doesn't really need the Artillery Officer. Commando's creeping the way forward. Good possibilities in the nearby future. He sees the Panzer-Fusiliers. I'm pretty sure, don't Panzer-Fusiliers have increased stealth detection range? Maybe not. Oh, throws Gamma Bomb, but does avoid it because he was trying to avoid the Vickers. Not the Gamma Bomb, but does manage to avoid both. Got a bit of damage on the utility car. He can take all these guys and focus fire the 2-2. It would do some severe damage to it. Major needs to fall back. Major does get wiped out. Minor loss overall.
They got wiped out.
Not too far forward, he established a forward retreat point, so it's not a massive issue losing it. You have bar finder upgrades, as well as the lieutenant with his bar as well, raising the bar of damage. Grenadiers who fall back. Jagdpanzer in the build queue. I like the Jagdpanzer. I don't think it's necessarily a good item at this moment. I do like the Jagdpanzer. It's one of my favorite units of the game, but I don't think it's super useful. Panzerwerfer gets a great shot that wipes out the rear echelon squad, wipes out a Panzer-Fusilier. And we do have that MG34 reclaim. I think right now Panzer IV is probably a little bit better. If I can get Squarmo, and the Panzer IV will beat in 1v1. US player has no vehicles in the field. No, well, he does have a Scott. Oh! Nice! He swapped out the crew. He put the veteran utility car crew in the Scott. Perfect. Really good. I love it when players do that. So now he starts the, it off with a Vet 2 Scott, which increases shell access, will reduce scatter, increase rate of fire. It becomes... Veteran 2 is where indirect units become hyper lethal in general. I've got Pyrotechnic Flare there. Best not push for the Grenadiers. Jagdpanzer push way forward. Some lucky pens there for the M180 gun. Proceed to balance there. The artillery barrage is raining on in. Grenadiers. The barrage is pretty tight, so you don't have to go too far away, but you still take a bit of splash. Right around here would be better. And we've got the strafing run ability being cast on in to hit these guys. Does wipe out one of those squads as well. Very nice. And Opel Blitz Truck. It's being taxed on the fuel sector. He does need fuel. He does have fuel cache in the field, so he is being a good teammate about that. But he's probably going to have too much fuel income relatively soon. Takes out the lag there. Does not have enough command points for the Tiger tank, nor enough fuel or manpower, so he can wait out for one. Right now, they're only fighting against one Crom Ultimate, and he does have one Pack 40. Second supply... Wait, there's two supply trucks in the field. On a rather strategic point. Yeah. Jagdpanzer gets a good shot there. Scott gets even better shot. Anti-grav grenade does not connect. Probably won't be able to get a good active shot of the force for the ground. Finds a landmine here. Panzer Grenadiers will fall back. And we got the intersections and recovery set push forward. Bromwell maybe will get some good shots.
We're losing a capture point. Rocket artillery unit has been sent to the battle.
MG42 backing on off.
New land mattress ready to go.
Land mattress now available. Not a bad item.
Machine gun crew awaiting orders.
Fire to the front! Increase the
Assault officer, artillery officer now deployed in the field, so can now bring in the coordinated barrages. It's pretty cheap to get to fire off another volley with the Panzerwerfer. But I really do think he should take this Opel Blitz truck and put on the munitions sector. He needs more munitions than fuel. Bofors. That's interesting. So he's going to try to lock down the VP with the Bofors. Gotta be careful about the Panzerwerfer, and the artillery officer could help him overcome the brace and its super mechanics. Landmaster's barrage raining on in.
Enemies trying to take a point from us.
Panzergrenadiers receive a bit of fire and does spot the Bofors.
Stuka strafe run available.
Looks like these guys do get suppressed by a 50 cal emplacement somewhere. Oh, there's the 50 cal itself. Panzerwerfer barrage raining in somewhere. Actually, over here, hitting that 50 cal. I thought I was going to hit everything else. That one Scott's now officially 3. Or Scott, the unvetted Scott as well. Good Scott. Does push right forward, get a bit of damage onto that MG. Cromwell push right forward. Artillery officer can always bring in the marked target. Good shot from the Panzer. Takes out the Scott a little bit foolishly. You only get the get out of jail free smoke until your efficiency 1. When your efficiency 1.
Tell us where and when. Ready for orders?
Commandos push way forward. Lieutenant does get suppressed a little bit there. Scott gets a good shot there. And some sort of green flare there. Smoke barrage, probably from Pyrotechnic Squad.
We lost a gun crew.
Grenadiers taking a bit of damage there. And the Grenadiers do fall back. Both these squads falling on back. Bit of fire there on the leg. Panzerwerfer coming for a close range barrage. Force back, wipes out the MG.
The weapon crew are, I'm afraid, quite dead.
Scott does take a shot there. Some sort of flare there. It is the Okinawa player's assault artillery. And we also got the strafing run ability. So we got a lot of those being cast on in. Some of these guys super suppressed. We got the Sabo rounds. The Fall Smoke will save utility car. Pack 40 Grenadiers, Panzer Grenadiers in that region. These guys are falling back. Saber round is still active. Got the paratrooper squad push right forward. Panzer Grenadiers push right forward. Panzer Grenadiers push right forward. Gets a good shot there. Panzer Grenadier squad needs to fall back. Artillery officer push right forward and does fall back.
We have lost an MG team.
You now do have a regular Tiger tank now in the field. MG-42 being grabbed by the commandos. Infiltration commandos were summoned. And detonates a landmine there. Finds a landmine there. Doesn't need a fallback. Firefly engaging. Grenadiers need to push forward with a Panzerfaust. Does creep around the building, saving it from the Firefly. We got still double 6-pounders here. And the Tiger tank goes down. And we'll crash right there.
Our Panzer forces
Pathfinders and paratroopers pushing on the flank. Got the Panzer getting suppressed. We've also got the Yag Tiger now pulled in the field. Panzer for barrage. I think he's trying to hit the Vickers again. Does wipe him out again. Very
Heavy
nice.
machine gun crew killed.
Nice little smoke there. Rocket grenade hits the MG. Bone takes out the gunner. Cromwell getting some shots there on the Pack 40. Saber rounds loaded. Getting some hits there on the Yag Tiger. And some sort of artillery flare there. That may have been from the assault officer, I'm guessing. Will roll a miss. This guy does get suppressed by the 50 cal. Yag pounds perfect forward, trying to hit the Jackson. And the utility car does get abandoned. Doesn't have to really worry about trying to take that out permanently. Some rifle shots maybe will do it, but armor skirts does increase his armor rating, so maybe not. Fly here raining on in.
Forward structures has been destroyed.
And the 50 cal does go down. Nope, he's missing. He may be forced on the ground. Utility car does get finished off. Somebody should fire at that gunner though. He can't aim for shit. Commandos here. Crushes the the Tiger carcass. Cromwell is now Vessel C2. The British player does have some niches to work with. Maybe a good idea to go for some tulips. Panzer for barrage, maybe trying to get Garrison. Does. Garrison fully destroyed. Misses 6-pounder.
Has been wiped out.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Artillery flare on the Yag Tiger. The Vickers does avoid the Yag Tiger barrage. Panzer now Vessel C3.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Full destroys the MG this time. The Panzerwerfer really hated that MG. Does get Vessel C2, which means has increased, reduced the reload time and reduces scatter as well, which makes it very deadly. Commandos do get a little bit of ambush assault there. But both the grenadiers will fall back with quite a bit of damage on them, but not a bit of time for the medics won't hurt. Got the East Force moving around. Got another assault artillery there.
A capture point is being overrun.
You now have... Ooh! Got really unlucky there. Landmasters hits the train car right in front of them, splashing and killing them all. Off the backboard and into their hearts.
Emplacement under attack.
Also does take a bit of damage there. Good pen there onto the Firefly. Smoke round there. And the infantry commandos will fall back as well. Over here we do have now the MG falling on back. Jagdpanzer, Vessel C2. Jackson here, unvetted. Second Jackson on the build queue, on the field. Of course, he's lost both of his Scots. Cromwell does get injured right there. Massive crushes there. Another Tiger tank on the field is a bit wounded. Good pen there. Line of sight blocker.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
And the Pack 40 finished off the Cromwell. And the King and the Tiger Tank finished off the Cromwell.
Blasted swines just knocked out a vehicle.
Looks like we're going in.
Panzer Warfare displacing. Does get a pen there. Got some sort of landmine detonation here. And Panzer Warfare Barrage decreased from the M180 gun. Very nice. And now we got the Jackson getting repaired on up. Another land mattress barrage raining on in. Tried the Panzer Warfare. Ooh, took a direct hit there. It goes down.
Headquarters attacked. We have 200 points remaining.
Oh, there's coordinated barrage. Nope, that's heavy mortar barrage. Because it needs an asset on the field before bringing the coordinated barrage. And here comes the heavy mortar. Gains some good hits there. Panzer Grenadiers push forward with the Panzer Fusiliers. Grenadiers do fall back. We got the heavy recovery sappers advancing, trying to go for a heat grenade on the Jagdpanzer. Jagdtiger, I mean. Jagdpanzer over here. Panzer Grenadiers catching up the VP. And it looks like got the Jackson push way forward. One Jackson severely wounded, the other Jackson at full health. Gets a good pen there. Basically 3, so he may be able to stand one more shot. Another pen. Increases his health by a very small amount, so it can withstand a 4th shot without dying if at full health. Panzer Grenadiers do get wiped on out from all the artillery. And now got a regular Churchill on the build queue. I do like Churchills. US player's going for a Scott.
75mm gun carrier ready.
Lieutenant charges way forward as Alpha 3. Jagdtiger needs to fall back, taking a bit of a beating. Good grenade there. Oh, does wipe out that Vet 5 Panzer Fusilier. He has replaced one of his Panzer Fusiliers, but he has only one veteran one and one unvet one. And Bar Finders, M1919 paratroopers, a lot of anti-infantry here. At this point in time, he needs to pass with Panzer IV. Strafe Huron does hit all those forces pinning down. He could try bringing up a heavy mortar barrage to really displace them. They have recovered from suppression. Rocket grenade fired. And it was actually pretty bad. Saw a lot of really powered up units, but didn't really get too much damage. M180 gun has been grabbed. Good pen there. And vice versa. Here comes the Panzer Warfare Barrage. Wipes out the paratroopers.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
This player has enough munitions for a P-47. And there's some good targets for the P-47s. Does take out the Scott again.
A gun carrier just got knocked out.
Jackson needs to fall back, almost wiped on out. The other Jackson's probably at full health. No, it's not. Not being repaired enough. This player needs to fix his armor. Here comes the P-47s. Champagne is taking a bit of damage there. As Fusiliers are doing just fine, though a little bit on the wounded side. Tiger Tank here, unvetted. Critical specialty 1. Great hit there on the commandos. Tiger does take a pen there from the Firefly, who's Specialty 2. He's out of munitions, so can't necessarily bring in tulips anymore. Tiger Tank needs to fall back. Got the air burst rounds and the assault ulcer on top of the Central VP. Good shots there onto it. Grenadiers in the back on a light cover, just trying to provide a bit of cover. And there's a heavy mortar barrage there from the assault officer.
Capture point.
Right now, the player has a massive stockpile of resources, going for a half track, trying to go for a mechanized HQ probably for a bit of extra repairs. I still think he should go for a Panzer IV. Though he may be going for a Stukas Vus.
We've lost a squad of infantry.
Pathfinder redeployed behind the heavy cover there. Or 50 cal. It is crewed by Pathfinder, so it has good spotting, as well as good rifles. The Pathfinder carbine is the same as the Paratrooper carbine, which is better than an M1 Garand.
Set up and stand by. Route complete. Breach clear. Don't ease off. Cover the approaches. Stand ready.
Grenadiers push right forward, a bit of damage there onto the Grenadiers.
Has been set. The static post is now in operation.
Grenadiers taking a bit of damage. And does wipe out one of those Grenadiers. Carmel push right forward. And we've got the Pack 4 just getting ripped apart. Tiger Tank is receiving some fire there. Yagpan's push right forward. Versus 3. Churchill has plenty of health remaining. Jackson moving forward. Vet 3 Pathfinder is being forced back by the Vet 5 Pence Fusiliers. Good hits there. Yagpan's about to get wiped on out. He just needs to drive. Once he does manage to escape on out of there, Jackson's in pursuit. Good pen there on the Sherman tank. And the Firefly goes down to the captured M180 gun, who had the take aim ability, increases max range, with one of the best Infectious 1 abilities in the game. Panzer Grenadiers do fall back, but the Panzer land matches barrage there, hitting everything that's reaching, including the Repair Pioneer. May take out the mechanical repair. Obenslausen needs to get out of there. Lots of fire there. Tiger Tank needs to fall back and repair his body, get wiped on out. Here comes the Panzer Warfare barrage hitting everything here, and we've got the heavy mortar barrage as well.
The capture point is being overrun.
Tiger Tank survives, Pioneer survives. The Magenta player has lost quite a bit, has 2 Panzer Warfers now. Blue has 2 Jackson, Scott, pair of Pathfinders, and a Lieutenant, or Lieutenant. Bridgeway has a whole bunch of everything. Go for another Firefly as well. And the Okada player has a decent amount of infantry and a good amount of anti-tank. Yeah, Panzer takes some damage. Ooh, triple capture against the Axis players, and they have less than 50 VPs. Not been paying attention to that. Good bundle grenade there, force back the Lieutenant. Takes out that support weapon. Yag Panzer takes some fire. Yag Tiger gets good damage there. Jackson goes down. Good pen. Yag Tiger does not get a shot off there. Yag Panzer should just be a little bit careful. Obenslausen getting suppressed by the 50 cal. Fire tank engaging. Got infiltration commandos.
We are falling to 25 points.
The Okada players, the Axis players have to push forward. They have to aggressively push for these VPs. And maybe got to get sent, just dogpile the VPs with the recovery sappers. He has hold fire turned on with the commandos, so he won't be able to decapture as long as they are there. And he does hold in the capture, and yep, that's looks like gonna be game. Great hit there from the Scott. And looks like the Axe players do run on VPs. This Angrade saying, "Thank you for watching," and on to next replay. Before I get started next replay, I do need to use the restroom. Plus, it's a good time for me to restart the game client due to the nature of it still leaks out VRAM. So I'm just going to take a moment, restart the game, and once the game starts booting back up, I will start using the restroom. Oops. There we go. Please give a moment.
Sega.
My apologies, I am back. Let's see now. Probably have time for one more replay. So let's hopefully find a good 2v2. Let's see, we've done British. We haven't done any Soviets yet today, have we? That's a little bit off. This should be fair enough. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Cup Heroes 2 replay. Spawn on the north side as the blue US forces. We got TR Thoten. Spawn as the idle Soviet player. We got TR Young Rutra. Which I'm wondering if there's just he's still stuck in the load screen. Seeing these guys appear to be a pre-made team, it probably is the case. Over here, as a red Wehrmacht player, got Aloni 1447, and as the magenta Wehrmacht player, we got Karabras 890. Yep, there we go. So the player is now awake, going for double conscript. And he does not have a conscript build fast Bolton. This is the time that he really does need that Bolton. When it comes to possible doctrines, we do have one set in stone, the assault support doctrine by red. His teammate could go for spearhead, which is probably good. Storm doctrine, which possibly can be quite good. His teammate has not gone for F-18s. Jaeger armor doctrine. Elephants can be quite nice in team games, so all of these doctrines I see are quite reasonable. US player can go for infantry, which of course does offer M1919s, mortar half-track, and recommend field defense. Heavy cav, which is always very nice, Pershing, Rangers, smoke, and field defenses, and recon support, which is not really a powerful doctrine compared to the other two, but still not a bad option, just a weak option. Rifle squad's overrunning the Grenadier quite severely. The red player has gone for a sniper. The best way to deal with a sniper is simply charge at it. He's getting some damage there. As long as it's running away, it will not be able to fire back. And the sniper is defeated immediately. Not wiped out, just defeated. Another Grenadier in the build queue. MG42 trying to get some shots there. One squad does get suppressed, and AoE suppression does come forward. Needs to fall back with both of these guys now. This guy could get wiped out. Grenadier is in pursuit. And also bloody blocking him and gets the full wipe.
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out.
Conscript pushing on the flank. Get some rounds into the Pioneer. Looks like making good headway in the left flank. Snipers are a very slow start, so Red's going to have trouble with field control. Snipers don't provide much field control, they provide manpower bleed to your opponent.
We have a fresh Grenadier squad.
Conscript squad does fall back. Grenadier squad take a little bit of fire there. We do have this point being captured by the Pioneers, then this point being captured up by the Grenadiers. The Soviet player, which I have not selected cover of what Doctor's gone for, could go for, has selected terror tactics, so KV-8, airborne guards, ML-20, fear propaganda, and precision bombing strike. Grenadiers gain some good damage there on the rifleman. Of course, another reinforcing Grenadier there, and the rifle squad does fall back. The one Grenadier can capture the munition sector while the Pioneer and the healthy Grenadiers can push forward. Now got a Lieutenant now pulling field. First name Lou, last name Tenant. And since he lost that one rifle squad, it may be a good idea to go for the heavy cav, go for some Rangers. Our Pathfinders are still a possibility, but since he went for Lieutenant, it does also overlap with the Stewards, so it's probably not a good idea to go with the Greyhound. Lieutenant does get suppressed there.
The bunker has been converted to an emergency medical station.
Captain now being deployed. US sector being captured on up, and do have now, oh, Captain and Lieutenant, I just now realized that. Oh, he's gone for double officer since he lost that rifle squad, not a bad idea. Now, as I mentioned before, the Greyhound's not going to be super great, but now, since he's gone for double officer, he doesn't have to necessarily get the upgraded structure from the Lieutenant, so now it's a little bit more useful. And plus the, simply the pack gun, pack howitzer, and airborne squad wouldn't be half bad. So there's items more back on the menu in case he wants to order it. Pioneers push way forward. Conscripts will find the Pioneers, get some free shots on in. And now we do have a 2-2 plot in the field. Very nice. Sniper does find the conscripts. He also did skip the MG42 as well, hence why he has a bit of a less view control. Grenadiers pushing along with each other.
Officers are now available for transfer.
Double LMG. He could also go for the artillery officer in the future. He's going for Pack 40, not a bad idea. Good shot by the Zis gun. Zis gun could I for a light artillery barrage up here. That seems actually not a bad idea for me. Here comes the light artillery barrage. Fires. And he does avoid it. Conscripts do fall back, possibly being wiped. Got some airborne guards not being put on the field. The upgrade of DPs. Get 3 Farwell moving DPs. Warp Squad does fall back. Try to go for a telemine there. Interrupts it. Cancels it. Lieutenant and Captain pushing on the flank. MG42 does get flanked. Grenadiers getting ripped apart. Lieutenant does fall back. Captain still here. Has his bar going. And the cap himself is down, so no Thompson there. M1AT gun, I think, trying to force fire the ground. This is a lot of foliage there. It's really hard to fire force fire through there, if even possible. Excellent grenade there by the airborne guards. Conscript's going to be immediately grabbing it. Hit the retreat button with it. Good Zis gun shot down 2-2. This 2-2 is pushed way forward, engaging this combat here. Who's been left out to dry? Grenadiers push way forward and rip apart that conscript. No AT grenades available. He could have tried Urong forward to bluff, but maybe wouldn't work out in that situation.
Supply sector under attack.
Airborne guards do fall back. Conscripts did merge onto them.
Now includes a field hospital, but only for those who are serious.
And now we've got some medics for the Soviet player. Wehrmacht player number 1 does not have Battle Phase 2 being researched. Austere player number 2 does have no Battle Phase 2 either. Both of them have plenty of fuel for it. They have the exact same fuel since they have pulled out the exact same fuel costs. And it looks like the US player does fall back. Got a 50 cal back here. US player has selected the heavy cal. Rifle grenade. Conscripts do avoid it entirely.
A capture point is under attack.
Sniper firing away. Advantageously 1 at the moment. Here another rifle grenade. It's the captured MG42, but only the gunner, so it wasn't that great. This gun straight forward. Conscripts engaging the pioneers. With the shot there, it looks like it attempted to fire, but didn't. M342 setting on up, trying to hit those pioneers. 2-2 does go down to the Zis gun or the M1AT gun. And the pioneers do get suppressed there by the MG42. Very good number of grenadiers there. 4 squad of grenadiers versus the US players, 2 officers and a rifleman. Russian squad getting overran by the pioneers. Does force them back. Mortar deployed in the field. Mortar half track has been deployed in the field. He has gone for the spearhead doctrine. Red has gone for the assault support doctrine. Something got wiped out by the US side. See all the squads there, so I'm not sure what got wiped out. He does get a squad of rangers in the field. You can always turn the bazooka ranger, so it's a quite fun squad. Oh, howdy! Thank you for the raid, Crossfire _ Co2. Welcome to the stream. Grenadiers now push way forward. We got the 2-2 slowly backing off. Sniper moving around. Grenadiers here.
Our foes have 300 points remaining. Increase your efforts.
Sorry, I like to announce. I'd like to read out the entire name. Good Zis gun shot onto the 2-2-2. Grenadiers falling on back. We do have this Grenadier squad getting overran as well. Pushed too far forward. 50 cal M1AT gun advancing. Both officers are here. Pioneers behind some heavy cover. So are the Grenadiers. Falling back is not a bad idea. Doesn't have anything to really displace against guys behind heavy cover. He could always bring the smoke barrage if he really wants to try to display some heavy cover, but it looks like 50 cal just tried to keep them there, preventing them from flanking around. And it looks like the M180 gun does manage to get a pick off the mortar half track. Officers got on me onto the lieutenant. Both grenadiers falling on back. This one possibly could wipe on out. Captain still has his Thompson going. So does the captain, but no, I think the captain himself is carrying the bar. Got the grenadiers behind some good heavy cover, but so does the airborne guards around the sandbags. While the 2-2 next to the burnt out car makes for good heavy coverage. Need to count on a good spot there to cover this funnel, and the Rangers in a good spot as well. They may not be upgraded with Thompsons, but they will do just fine with the Garens. Grenadiers behind some good heavy cover. And unless the snipers present on a map, so does this 2-2. We figure have an open blitz on the southern munitions sector for red. Doesn't benefit his teammate, but does give himself a lot of extra conditions. You can see here, 42 versus 53, so additional 11 approximately. Panzer IV push way forward. 50 cal can flank, but the rifle squad's nice close. Even though they don't have any weapon upgrades, the riflemen are still very good at close range. The Grenadier is just getting ripped apart by the unupgraded riflemen. But of course, this other Grenadier was here. I think at this point in time, the US player should just back on off. Rifle grenade there, and falls back. Panzer IV push forward against the rounds of the Captain 4-2. This gun, not an angle. M180 gun rolls a miss. We got on me onto the lieutenant. Rolls a miss there with the AT gun once again. And 180 gun. Poor accuracy, poor pen rate, absurdly high rate of fire. Where two of them can delete a tank within 3 seconds. Because its reload rate is 3 seconds. Another M180 gun on the build queue. And that can help take on these tanks. Let's see, the US player. Majors being researched now. So the player has tier 3, has enough fuel for tier 4. T-Thor 76s will be adequate. Su-85s may be a good idea, but maybe a little bit overkill. He does also have a T-34-6 Bulletin, increasing its pen rate, so it's probably a good idea to go for mass T-34-76. I do like massing T-34-76s myself. Tellar mine being built there, or rifle grenade. And here comes this gun. Splashes the Grenadier a little bit.
The enemy is taking our territory.
Bit of damage on that rifleman. Two backs on off, take a little bit of damage there, nothing too significant. This Tellar mine can cause some bit of issues. Sniper straightforward, MG42 push along the flank. Diddy Cal also there. Lieutenant taking some hits there, straight run from the airborne guards. And now got the bar lieutenant gives good damage there. Is upgraded to bars. The lieutenant modeled himself down, so no Thompson. Good shot there on the Panzer IV. Also forced back to the lieutenant. And the Panzer IV just got picked off very quickly by all the AT guns. With two, actually it was one M180 gun and two Zis guns. This Flak Panzer Osman does take a bit of damage there. And when AT gun backs him off, Grenadiers push forward. We do have all the stuff probably need to fall back. Rifle grenade falls will be avoided. And the Grenadiers will fall back here as well. Doubles this gun on the field for the Soviet player, but he is lacking units. He had 3 conscripts, now he's down to 1. He can always replenish with airborne guards, but he has been tier 4 and will have enough for a T-34 76.
Sturmovik close air support is available.
Major falling back there. Lieutenant push forward on me.
Krauts are taking one of our points.
Sniper fired away. There's smoke run there. I'm not sure what's being brought in there.
Is on the field.
Pure propaganda. AT gun does get decrewed. We got 52 on the airborne guards. Private squad does take a little bit of damage. Now if you've got the Rangers engaging, still no weapon upgrade on them, so I have a feeling he may go for bazookas on them. He is a little bit low on munitions, and now a little bit low on health. There goes the Rangers.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
Our squad does fall back there. We got multiple teller mines here. Holy crap. There's 4 teller mines. I spotted 3. There's the 4th one in the shade. Because it gets hot. But that's a lot of teller mines. Both these players... Okay, the Soviet player does have a minesweeper there to clean up the S mines while decapturing that point. But the US player... he lost his rear echelon squad, so doesn't have a minesweeper as well. He does have a scout in the field, but it can still get one-shotted by a telemine, I believe. I think it's health, is it 400 or 480? If it's 400, it gets one-shot. If it's 480, it doesn't. Nice fragmentation bomb there. Takes up the 50 cal.
Gun crew just got wiped out.
In 42 hitting the captured infantry 42. Grenadiers push before. They do get suppressed. Airborne guards here. Scott gets a good shot. Scott's barraging right there for some odd reason. Grenadiers do fall back. We have now 2-2 pushing along the flank. Good pen there on the T-34 76. Multiple good pens there. We got the Brumbar, or the, not Brumbar, Oswin push forward. It sounds like a Brumbar to me. Smoke barrage there. Pretty sure the Brumbar and the Black Panzer Oswin still use the Panzer IV chassis, so it makes sense why they have the same sound effect. Bad damage on the Grenadiers. This guy does fund the 50 cal. Here comes the lieutenant.
Hell, boys! Fire on 'em! Hit 'em with the LMG! Squad is back to full strength.
On the left side, we got the... That's what I'm hearing. M17 deployed in the field. Or M16, I should say. Good shot there onto the 222. And we've got fragmentation bombs there. Pretty good hit there. And that rifle grenade managed to wipe out the airborne guards as well. T-476 has recovered from the stun. That was take a pen there. T-476 pushing over here. You have the Pack 40 sitting on up, rotating around. Smoke rounds onto the MG42. Good pen there on the T-476. Good pen there as well. We got a Wehrmacht Panther. I was not expecting a Wehrmacht Panther. Both of them have access to Tiger tanks. I would assume we were going to see Tiger tanks, but there goes that T-476. This guy will escape on out of there. Conscripts falling on back as well. Magenta has tier 4 built as well, but perhaps just same with a Tiger tank. It needs 5 more fuel, which is available in about 10 seconds. And when a T-gun rolls 8 bounce there, Scott received the shot. And multiple pens on the Panther. Scott will escape on out of there. And hold fires, receive another pen there. So just fall back to repairs. And the Lieutenant does fall back. And now got the Tiger tank put up by Magenta as well. Captain sprinting away. Over here, got the M16 hitting the 2-2. The M16 generally wins that fight. Yeah, in real life, this machine gun mount was originally meant to be a towed anti-air gun. It was actually very, very good versus infantry. Hence why they put it like, hey, we can put it back of a half track and drive around with it. Because 50 cals are deadly. Rifle squad does fall back there. Bit of smoke there. Tiger tank push way forward. Force all those guys back. Over here we do have the Pack 40. Pikes with rounds raining on in. Scott needs to fall back. This gun's falling on back. Grenadiers push way forward. Grenadiers trying to get some hits on the 50 cal. Captain sprinting his way forward. Lieutenant has Omni applied to him. Onto him again. Good double tap there on the Flak Panzer. Another fragmentation run somewhere on the 50 cal looks like. The big cats push away forward. And there goes the Grenadier squad pen on the Tiger tank. Bounce there. It is Veteran 1, has access to take aim. Does a good hit there. Anti-tank rocket grenade. Bounce and pen. AT gun does get decrewed by the sniper. And no weapon rack exploited by Blue just yet. Nope, he has the bar officers. So he does have weapon rack spawn field, simply have not outfitted his rifleman squad. He decides to outfit him up with a MG42. Panther coming to the rear armor of the T4. The Advancing 4 is definitely a better call escaping, but I'm feeling it's just going to be dead. Pack 40 there. One more shot and stun for. Which Pack 40 does oblige. The Allies, they felt like they've been in pretty good position the entire game, but they are rapidly losing VPs. Axe players are doing even better. Just the US players only been losing something significant, though I suppose the Soviet players lost some conscripts as well, so I think they did not think about it, they lost quite a bit of infantry on me, and perhaps Crush. Captain is really bugging out crazy, he's pinned and somehow sprinting out of the way. Pershing has an engine crit, has a combined arms active. He needs saber rounds. He has munitions. He's got best 3 of them at his phone. Pick up another pen there. Tiger tank's taking so many pen sources. Yeah. Got a little bit unlucky in not taking out the Pershing, but also, there was a lot of AT hitting that Tiger tank as well. So, heavy tanks do manage to fall back. Panzer false firing. Now the Panzer T-34 will be taken down with one shot. I have no idea what the Panzerwerfer barrage was supposed to do. I think he was trying to hit those Ziskun's last known location. Well, you can't call him for, out for map hacking, because that barrage was just horrible. Smoke barrage there. Got now the airborne guards being upgraded with PPSHs. M16's Vet 3 with 10 kills.
Infantry squads can now be called to fight for the motherland. Guards troops ready. Enemy forces are neutralizing a sector.
Airborne squads do manage to hop around. Very good way to flank the captured 50 cal. There's a fresh squad of airborne guards as well. He's lost his DP squad. Yeah, we saw it go down to a rifle grenade here. T-34 Sim 6 trying to stop this one from being decaptured. Gets a good hit there. They have double capture in their favor at the moment. Now just single. Tiger Tank finds Lieutenant. Both Lieutenant and Major falls back there. Smoke, barrage, and something there. Panzerwerfer maybe. Looks like the artillery officer was trying to pretend to be stormtroopers right there. And now got the coordinated barrage. Yep. Can really say he's not map hacking. Black Panzer Ostwind push way forward. Tiger Tank advancing. There's still multiple... Wait. Those are US landmines. Okay, those are not Teller mines, as I was originally thinking. Rolls a miss, but still gets a hit. That's a Teller mine. Forward double click. Yeah, these 4 Teller mines still alive. We got a US landmine here and here. Howdy. Rear echelon squad getting hit with a minesweeper. Good, he rebuilt that. Plus, he needs to build rear echelon squads to repair Pershings after all. With our caster, we know that he really does not want to retreat back. We see a bounce on the rear armor. Good pen there for both sides. Rear echelon squad will find this telemine. We try to destroy it somehow. Lieutenant does not have a frag grenade. He's trying to force fire. He knows about it. There we go. Pershing can shoot it. Oh, over here we got the Panther. Airborne guards finds the Panther. They're both upgraded PPSHs. One does fall back there. T-34 Sim 6 fans way forward with minimal health. He's going to ram. Ram. And does not connect. This T-34 advancing, hold fire or prioritize fire turned on. There's the Panzerwerfer. Panther blitzing on the back, both for his safety and to help protect the Panzerwerfer. Rolls a miss there. He has one shot onto him. The Allies have 13 tickets remaining. They need to decapture sector. Does see a Panzerfaust. Gets to withstand one more shot. Gets a good shot there. Black Panzer Ostwind. Mango destroyed by the Black Panzer Ostwind, and it gets finished off by the Ostwind. Central VP is currently captured by the Allies. This point is captured by the Allies as well. Red's going for second Panther. So he's going for that cat rather than the other cat. Panzerwerfer barrage ring on in. Pershing needs repairs. The US player has a rear echelon squad way over here. Try and go for the VP. So the Pershing is in a dangerous position, but with 11 VPs remaining, I understand why he can't pull it back all the way. You could try sticking the max range and use the HEVAP. Good shots there onto the Panther. With the smoke there, everything came to a standstill. Ostwind trying to force by the ground, getting some great hits on the Rifleman. Airborne Squad needs to get back on the point. There's a lot of fire onto that Grenadier. It's also unvetted, so he may not be able to even get it decaptured before it gets pinned. Airborne Guards falls back. Grenadiers do decapture the central VP. At this point, he is being protected by a captured MG42. Got this guy here. Double Panther here. Push way forward. He does have a single Panther mount there. It's going to be a slow way to take him out. Got to make sure both the coaxial and the holder mount machine gun engaging the MG42. This gun's pushing along the flank. I think the MG should as well. Pioneers getting suppressed. It is fully pinned. Good pens there on the Panthers. Reg does fall back with the Panthers. Can't be throwing away. They have plenty of VPs to trade out. Pershing managed to get full health. That may have been from the aid of the Soviet player. Pershing takes a pen there. Decides to fall back. Does one risk the Pershing. So VP recaptured by the Soviet combat engineer. Over here we got the MG42 captured. Rational Squad falls back. Very good. Tiger tank here. So the Allies have triple capture in their favor. They exactly need to win the game. While they only technically need a single point to capture, they want to close out the game sooner rather than later because they only have 11 tickets remaining. Gives them more. So the longer the game's on, the more likely it is their opponents would win. Because if they make one mistake, they're done for it. Now Magen's gone for his own Panzerwerfer, so now there's 3 Panthers, 1 Tiger, 1 Flak Panzer Ostwind, and 2 Panzerwerfers. Pershing needs repairs once again. Lieutenant in the central point. Oh, Flak Panzer Ostwind wipes out. Fully destroyed. Maybe rifle grenade as well.
Crowds show 300 points on their line.
Lieutenant needs to fall back, get some healing reinforcements. On the left side, we do have the artillery officer, Grenadier, heading to the fuel sector. Does find the M16, overdriving his way forward. They don't have to worry about. I suppose that they do have to worry about a loiter. Lose the M15, and there is soon to be 2 points captured against the Allies. They have to fix that quickly. Airborne Guards trying to make their way over there. Zisgun's trying to charge, provide some fire support. I hear Panzerwerfer barrage somewhere. Misses AT guns. M1 AT gun with saber rounds loaded. Panther takes some damage. Airborne Guards need to get on top of that point. Panther goes down. T-466 takes some hits. Airborne Guards, I think they will decapture the point in time. This point is protected by 50 cal. Rifle Squad of MG42. Captain's pin. This point may be neutralized, which will start counting on VPs. Drop the. Oh, that was double equipped Grenadier. And Major will force him back. If the Rifleman Squad can pick that up, that could be great. And picks up the rear echelon squad. I would have risked it with the Rifleman. But maybe at this point in time, risk is a bad idea. Good pen there onto the Pershing. That is a Vet 2 Pack 40. Pershing needs to keep on falling back. MG42 here. Airborne Squad may want to turn on hold fire. I was like, keep them both there. US player charging way forward, trying to displace his AT guns. Does get 1 AT guns. Rifle Squad could get an anti-tank rifle grenade onto the Tiger tank. Does get a pen hit there. Jackson's almost dead. Can use HEVAP. Panther has a bit of health to work with. Jackson does go down. Make it one shot off. Nope, it does not. Scott got a pen.
Medium tank was just lost.
And 1 AT gun here. Not on condition of a Sable. Panzerwerfer takes a T-3466.
Point is under attack.
It's good pen there. Has got enough munitions for Sable. But not enough missions for take aim. Also push rate 4, Central VP just being camped by the Major. Won't provide too much coverage. There's a 50 cal here. Bursting Efficiency 2, almost Efficiency 3. Captain 4-2 getting suppressed a little bit there. Got all those assets still there as well. The Captain Munitions Sector, another T476 on the build queue. I think it's better to go for T485. It doesn't have enough fuel for it. I understand why you can't save up for one. They don't have many VPs to take time to save up. Though, yeah, you may be sick enough to save up for a T476 right, or S-55 right now. Your propaganda there, trying to force those guys back.
We have a new T-34 standing by.
Oops, I actually turned on Fog of War. Captain trying to stop that point from being decaptured. Smoke grenade there from Captain. Very nice. 50 cal just need to aim move forward. Pershing push forward. Both these heavy tanks are Versatile 2. But that Pershing's going to be hit by multiple Pack 40s. Now Versatile 3 on the Tiger tank. One more pen from the Pershing also puts on Versatile 3. And looks like everything fell back there. Panther creepers way forward. Could see a ram if needed. I think he needs eyes, go for a ram on one of these guys. Good pens there. Try to go for a ram, but he's just facing the wrong direction. Smoke rounds, artillery rounds. Pershing now almost dead. Pershing's now fully dead.
We just lost a heavy tank.
And one T-Con firing away. Lots of fire there. Wiped out pretty much everything. I think the Soviet player has pretty much... says both 8 T-Guns alive. Airborne guards here. Ziskun's trying to set on up. US player should probably just try to get Mass Jackson at this point in time. Good pens there onto the Panthers. Or, here's another thing they could do. There's so many Panthers in the field, don't deploy out any more vehicles. Panthers are only good against vehicles. Just, you can neutralize them by not giving them anything to shoot at. And actually, I'm impartial. That also helps diverts more manpower to the capture game. I think that's actually the play. Deploy out no more vehicle assets. And just focus on the infantry game. Awesome, kept that point. Is unlikely going to be displaced anytime soon. Rocket grenade there. He's keeping the MG42 over here. I understand. He doesn't have much of a... He's trying to... T-70? Ugh, he's scraping the bottom of the barrel. I saw SC-76 and then I saw T-70. He is scraping the bottom of the barrel. I think this is going to be game... Oh! Fear propaganda I think it was being brought on in. No pin. There's a bit of pin. Yep, I think this is going to be game. Everything's sort of raining on in over here, and the allies have surrendered. This is Grade saying, thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Let's go. I probably have time for one more replay tonight. My voice is holding out. Wait a second. Is that a US crew model there? I think that's a US crew in the back of the tank. Doesn't look German. Either way. Finish of the day. See, we had one game of Brits, so maybe we'll try to find a game of Brits. This could be a good Second option. Hopefully that's reasonable enough. Oh, we got encirclement here. Let's see, I don't think there's a good map for it though. Greens have won, and great here with another couple Euros to replay. Spawn on the south side as the British forces, we got Gas with a weird A. Spawn as the US forces, we got Chief, and all capitalized. Spawn on the north side as the red Wehrmacht player, we got No BB, which is all capitalized. And we got the magenta Okinawa player, Anus Penetranus, I think. My Latin is not very good. Nor is my English for all that matter, and that's my first language. Pioneers now employed. Of course, Pioneers employed on the field. You start off with them. MG42 in the Grenadier. Up here, we got Kubelwagen into Volks Grenadiers. Down south, we got US Riflemen to Riflemen. Big shocker. I suppose this means there's no Pathfinders. And spawn, and we got Bren Carrier into Royal Engineers. Both of the allies have selected a doctrine. Do have the Infantry Company. Give access to the M1919s, the M21s, and to the Rifle Field Defenses. And we do also have the a little bit more rare Vanguard Operations Regiment. Give access for the Logistical Glider and the Crocodile. Kubelwagen taking severe damage here. And he is doing a good job pursuing, staying in range, and guns it down. Very, very early pick there. M242 inside this garrison. Two rifleman squads now on the field. I think he's going for lieutenant or captain. Let's see what he goes for. It is for the captain. Now we got that name, the captain. You put a cap in 10 people. That's clearly what that means, right? Rear Echelon squad trying, or Pioneer trying to decapture this cutoff sector, but the Rear Echelon squad should stop it. And of course, everything else will help him out. Over here, we got the Grenadiers. Good eye for light cover. Rifleman squad eyeing for heavy cover. Didn't take too much damage there, so able to successfully soft retreat away. Grenadier is now advancing, and the rifle squad is in a pretty good position there. Conscripts like to do well against Grenadiers at point blank range. Rifleman squad even more so. Grenadiers do fall back. Infantry section does fall back there. We do now the Royal Engineers over here, and the Bren Carrier does fall back. Bren Carrier does need a bit of healing there. Two Volks in the squad to heal him up. Right now, the British player just made one item withdrawal from the area. Not much this Royal Engineer can do against two Volkswagens at range. He brings forward a single infantry section for reinforcements, also pretty wounded, so he can't do much versus two Volksgrenadiers. And the Sturm Pioneer that's now right on top of him. So he needs to fall back sooner rather than later. That's dead.
Enemy got one of our squads.
No, he may need to get out the 4 logistics glider, just brings the commandos to this current rate. Though 200 manpower is a bit expensive just to bring in to deploy out units, though it does act as a free forward retreat point. No, you have to research that. We do have an early munitions cache split by the US player. So he's trying to probably squeeze some munitions for some M1919s. His teammate would like that as well, to outfit his squad with some Brens and Piats. Or outfit the ground with some landmines. Lieutenant has been upgraded with a bazooka. I would generally advise that unless you see a light vehicle. Because now the Wehrmacht player has... He sees the bazooka, he may just... I just skip just the 2-2. Even though he can play around it. He could decide to skip it now. US player deploying ambulance. Wehrmacht player does not even have Battle Phase 1 just yet. Going for the suppressive fire ability. The opening player has selected Doctrine as well. He has gone for the Scavenge Doctrine. So you get the better variant of the Jaeger Light Infantry than Overwatch. Infiltration grenades are very nice. It's one reason why Scavenge Doctrine is a good alternative for Jaeger Light Infantry than going for Overwatch. Because the Jaeger Light Infantry can also throw those infiltration grenades, making it a good defensive tool at close range as well as able to fight with itself at long range. Vickers now deployed right there. Jaeger Light Infantry coming for a bit of a flank. No scope rifle upgrade. We do have the Battle Gate for HQ being upgraded now. Volksgrenadiers do not have access to a Panzerfaust until it gets upgraded. The Jaeger Light Infantry should probably eye for some rounds from the Universal Carriage to keep it back even further. Got this intersection pushing forward, pretty wounded there. Prone being wiped at the moment, honestly.
Capture point. They're trying to take it.
US mortar? Nope, US mortar half track.
You ready to roll out?
Each section push way forward. Jaeger Infantry do get suppressed there. The Vickers do need to fall back really soon as well. The Bardic get wiped out. He does manage to escape with him. Here's the squad falls back. You got now the Brennan carrier pushing along the flank. Volkswagen just falls back, and the Cannon Warfare rotating around. Mortar refrained a little bit short or far. Was the mortar barrage was order a little bit far? Yep, was the mortar barrage was targeted right there and not right there. So you may want to stop the barrage order and let the auto attacks. Because clearly the barrage is going to miss. Grenadiers heading over here, so that squad that's retreating back could get wiped on out, but he is getting overran by a lot of other stuff. Both those Grenadiers fall back. Each second pushing right there. Okay, the player has another SW as half track on the field, so going for sheer Panzer quarters right over here, tracking the fuel point. And Magenta is going for the Pioneer. Does have Battle Phase 1. Could go straight for Battle Phase 2. Though going for the Light Mechanized Company for the Pack 40 is not a bad idea as well. And now got the Ford Logistics Glider.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Ford Logistics Glider has landed. So he does have enough manpower for a commando squad. Bren carrier moving around. It is upgraded to Vickers K. And looks like this section does manage to flank around the Shirpan's quarters. Its gun is not upgraded, going for a squad of Obershausen first, and then going for the upgraded gun. And it looks like this mortar half-track managed to take some damage there. That's not good. Oh, there, didn't see the other squad there. And does finish with the mortar half-track with a pair of Panzerfaust. That's a bit of a blunder by the US player. Both those Pioneers do fall back. Sturm Pioneers now trying to engage this Royal Engineer.
Threatening a capture point.
Royal Engineers being reinforced by the 4 logistic glider. May want to take time to repair it up while being reinforced. Yes, he is. Perfect. Landing was a little bit rough and a little bit forward actually as well. Maybe a little bit too forward. He has got the Ford HQ upgraded, which also enables the medics. Doesn't say it, but does enable some medics to spawn out around it. And it's currently not active, just good, because he was going to lose that squad if he did have it active. MG, Vickers needs to set on up. He needs to fight behind that heavy cover with dear life, because now we've got the 4 logistics glider just getting ripped apart by all these sources, and it will likely does go down. And now there's a massive click box here, so it's pretty easy to actually click on that glider. This is why my mod, I made it so it no longer leaves behind a carcass. I made it just explode into bits immediately. Because its click box is a little bit wide. It's too easy to click on it. That's the big problem with it. MG42 falls on back. Volkswageners force back that guy there. If I were to show you how bad the click box, just look at that health bar. You notice here, like, I'm even clicking the health bar like right like this. Pretty far away, and I'm still highlighting. Like, I'm actually highlighting it right here. That's because I'm clicking on this wing, the non-existent wing. I'm still highlighting it. So, look, I clicked on it while also my cursor's way down here. Because the click box of some entities do not shrink as it starts falling apart, such as it losing its wings. That's why I think the carcass of it should be immediately removed from the field. Now it's in pieces and can't be clicked on, and also have good ragdolls. Grand Carrier, Universal Carrier, overrunning the Viking Warfare Trying Pursuit, gets efficiency 3.
A glider is ready to deliver a forward headquarters section and some supporting troops.
Centaur AA tank on the field. He doesn't have too much on the field. He needs a 6-pounder. He doesn't have medics in the field either. His teammate could dismount the medics from his ambulance and then put them next to his teammate's HQ as a form of healing. But then he has to throw something inside the ambulance, perhaps the Minesweeper or rear echelons. Oh, he lost another intersection as well, so it's like the British player lost a bit. Auto grenade, oh no. Oh. No wipes, just really, really good damage. Panzer Grenadiers needs to fall back. They're pursuing that squad too much, and they're about to get wiped out themselves. And the Thompson's on the lieutenant is still very deadly. He should not have lost that Panzer Grenadier. He was a little bit foolish there. Lieutenant does fall back there. Grand Carrier rotating around. Rifle grenade recently fired. Not enough munitions for Panzerfaust. And of course, not enough munitions for armor-piercing rounds either. The landmine here is swept. Now the 4 logistics glider upon field in a much more reasonable spot, and more of the debris from the other ones being kicked across the map. I love ragdolls. If the game's not 100% hyper-realistic, you can go for some funny ragdolls.
6-pounder anti-tank gun finished. We're losing a capture point.
Obersassen moving on back. We do have the cannon warfare here. Something just built by this guy. Oh, looks like it's the sport armor core just got built. Very nice. Red does have quite a bit of fuel reserve. You could all elephant or short-barreled Panzer IV. Go for a Panzer IV and a short-barreled Panzer IV. I don't think Encirclement's going to be too particularly good on this map. Well, F-18s can be quite nice. Yag or elephants can be quite nice. So I would say one of these two doctrines for sure. I am also biased towards the command tank. I also do like the 250 half-track. I really love that thing. Allies never expect you to pull out a Flame Clown car, which has even more armor than the M3. Same health, way more armor. Landmine here could be detonated if good heat grenade hit too soon. But 6-pounder did get a good shot there. Fire squad and Lieutenant push way forward. The Pioneer won't be able to do much. They've got the MG-14 inside this garrison, suppressing down the Lieutenant. You know, may AoE suppress, does AoE suppress the Rifleman. Pioneers push way forward. Oh, that Bren carry is almost dead. Slowly being repaired on up. Logistics glider is here with a forward retreat point. Royal Engineers being reinforced. Good Panzer and the OPW Panzer IV. New section here. I think they took a rifle grenade, or maybe a bundle. There's a crater there. Could have been just a stun grenade. Don't see anything on cooldowns. I'm not sure. Maybe that was already pre-existing. We do have vehicle crew repairs being summoned. Wehrmacht Panzer IV push way forward. Oh, got a Sherman tank on the field. Wasn't paying attention to that. A good old Sherman tank now ready to go. Eagle Infantry suppressed. Oh, Obersassen King suppressed. That was forcing back there. Brandon Carey was also helping out. Brandon Carey is also still wounded. Or I think it was repeatedly wounded by the cannon warfare. A little bit of damage there on the Royal, on the, what do we call it? Intersection, Pyrotechnic Squad. They did throw a flare on top of the... Oh no! Charge forward of a heat grenade. His teammates trying to bring up the AT gun. Centaur poses a threat to the Panzer IV. Balance there from the M1 AT gun. Sherman tank advancing. They smell the blood in the water. Heat grenade not being thrown, and looks like something on the US player killed off. I think it was the AT gun. And that structure, I think he's trying headbutting of the Centaur. Probably a bad idea, the headbutt of the Centaur. There's two AT guns there. Sherman tank needs turn off prioritized fire. Has high explosive rounds in the air, I suppose. So he's trying to finish off that Panzer IV with high explosive rounds. That's a little bit ambitious, but possible on the rear armor. AT gun 1 hits. AT gun number 2 hits. USA, the Sherman tank just fall back. Captain falls back. This is a 6-pounder, not the M1 AT gun. You know they're the same gun. The M1 AT gun has a higher fire weight and makes it far more dangerous to more lightly armored targets. Good pen there. Panzer IV just needs to fall back. No anti-tank rapid grenade onto it. And we do have the Scavenger Artillery Barrage available, and it's at max ramp up. Transport does take a hit. And the anti-tank rapid grenade does actually connect both of them, so he does take it out there. This Panzer IV goes down as well, so he lost both of his Panzer IVs. And his teammate lost his Panzer IV as well. And now we got a Priest. As much as I'm not a big fan of Priests, all the Panzer IVs are down, so he can reward himself with a Priest. Have a bit of fun. And not have to worry about Panzer IVs for overrunning it. Wehrmacht player has some fuel, no assets being produced in the field. Upon seeing the Priest and Centaur, they don't need to go. He does not need to go for a Stug. Panzer IVs will be adequate. Maybe I for a bit of tech up. I mean, he could, seeing there's no. If he doesn't want to try over chasing down the Priest nor the Centaur, not like the previous Panzer IVs were all that great at chasing down the Centaur. He could eye for a tech up and get some more fun assets like the Brumbar. The Okator player right now is going for Jagdpanzer. With seeing the Priest, with our Castle Vision, I do not like that option. I do like the Jagdpanzer. It's one of my most favorite units in the game. But in this situation, it's not going to be very useful. It's going to be far overkill. Nice knife rough grenade there. Not so great there. It's going to be far overkill to take out one Centaur. Grenadier's now falling back. Bit of smoke there. Priest firing. Here. Oh, back here. We got the major recon pass. You know, the medic bunker. Oh no. Okay, I just see them all stacked up there. I'm just. Oh no. It's getting closer and closer. Takes out the med bunkers quite nice. And that round ran a little bit far. When I was listening to the sound effects of the rounds, like every time it felt like it's going to land right on top of those guys. It did a good work, not perfect, but good enough. Squad of Obsots on the field with Jägerland Street support. And we've got a machine gun monk here with no upgrade, so it can be picked off by the AT guns, no problem. Pack 40s are here. The Okator player still has plenty. Oh, never mind. He just brought in the barrage. Oh no! This guy needs a forward retreat. Disable. There we go. Disable the forward retreat point. Quite a bit of damage there. And looks like Mercy War Speed onto the Centaur to escape on out of there. Does save it. Jagdpanzer pursuit. Got a Sherman tank over here. And now we also got the Strafe support now pull on the field. Roach needs to fall back. Got triple K capture here, the Axis players. Jagdpanzer took a nasty volley there. Receive a heat grenade. So now it shall stay safe for the and warm. Why is the repair? Why is it moving so quickly off the repair ability? Jagdpanzer can only withstand one shot. He needs repair. He does have a Sturm Pioneer. Wolfs also does receive a strafe there. Really doesn't have too much on the field. Does have the crew repair, and also now the Churchill Crocodile. Crease push way forward. I wonder where. Looks like it's barrage in OKW base. Here or here? Why did you go for a forward retreat point there? Also, the barrage is heading right there and is nuking these Pack 40s. When you have the forward retreat ability enabled, it actually slows down your reinforcement rate. So with that actor there, he is not really saving himself any time. You now got a time on target there, which may take out the AT gun. I never know the scatter of time on target. It's actually a pretty rare ability to see. It was in range, but does manage to escape out of there.
Tank commander awaiting next orders.
Let's see, he no longer has a forward HQ anymore, so can't bring any commandos. I think he needs a 6-pounder. Oh, there's a 6-pounder there. Could stand to get another one. Centaur and Crocodile. That'll rip apart infantry. I think you should go for a second 6-pounder right now. Maybe even a 17-pounder? He almost has enough resources for a 17-pounder. No, they know they're fighting against a Scavenge Doctrine. No, don't go for a 17-pounder. Yeah, I think you should go for another 6-pounder or Firefly next. But nowhere near enough fuel for a Firefly, so I think 6-pounder. His teammate still has plenty of units, including 2 M180 guns, so that's would be 3 AT guns for them on their side, so maybe don't need a 6-pounder. Here comes a Priest. Good shot there in the MG42. MG42's gun's almost destroyed. It's destroyed, as well as the gunner. Oh, got another logistics glider. I say a squad of commandos would be not a half bad idea. Hikes around does roll a miss. 50 cal here, getting some good hits. Sherm tank take a pen there. Crocodile push way forward. Crocodiles are very good versus AT guns. Florida Man can verify that. We do now have the Open Kings pressed by this Vickers. Centaur helping out as well. Jägerline Tree trying to flank. May take out that Vickers. Not so much. Good pen there. Good pen onto the Churchill. And does get a full white there. Yeah, Kwanzaa falls back. He does have a mechanized repair HQ. He has quite a bit of sources. He has enough, all the structures for the King Tiger. Just need more fuel for it. Not sure what the Priest Barrage is rating. Maybe just right there. Nope, right there. Ice of Rounds finds that fence. Good hit there. Oh, there's a lot of smoke there. Not sure what's from. We got the vehicle crew repair. That may be where it's from. Royal Engineers get some damage there on. Does get a good hit there with the Priest. That US Priest has been very good. He has 2 Priests in the field. Yep, Blue should definitely go for a Firefly. Crocodile push way forward. We'll see sitting in the infantry section there. Got the 6-pounder sitting on up. Good pen there. And and now got the 6-pounder going on down.
Lost an anti-tank gun.
Nice with rounds there. We do now have a Panzerfaust onto the Sherman tank. It does get some more rounds there. Good pen there. Smoke onto the Sherman's tank itself. And looks like one of the AT guns to get decrewed. 6-pounder helped out as well. I heard the priest crew being very happy with themselves. Panzerfaust there. Main gun destroyed, crit. One more Panzerfaust, maybe will take him out. Red has plenty of munitions for it. I does abandon vehicle and saves the crew. You can throw that inside the other Sherman tank to get a bit more efficiency. Good shot there. Pretty barrage. What did he hit? Oh, looks like he took out every single medic with that shot. And now he may get this medical bunker again. Is that creeping barrage? It is a creeping barrage. We do now have a Brumbar in the build queue.
Sturmpanzer ready.
With double priest on the field, maybe Panther would have been better. There's a bit more mobility. Right now, Red's not in a good position. He's lacking a little bit of everything.
Under attack.
Elephant won't be good. Left 18, not that great. Shortbarrel Panzer 4 could be quite useful to make his units a bit more durable. I don't think encirclement is the answer either. But if they push more and more forward, it's going to be more and more feasible. This structure is still alive, so it can be popped out here and get to this cutoff sector.
The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
So there is an argument potentially made with encirclement. He has enough munitions for break supply line, stormtroopers, and encirclement. Good hits there from the scavenger barrage onto his own Oversauce, looks like. Jagdpanzer gets some good pens there, efficiency 2. Magenta's going for King Tiger, has a lot of spare manpower, which can use to reinforce stuff. And after that, he may have enough population space for another unit. Jaeger Machine needs fallback, keep losing Vet 5 Jaeger like this. Maybe an MG34 just camp this VP.
Artillery barrages are available at your convenience.
You can bring in more scavenger artillery. Brumbar throws around 6-pounder, does get decrewed.
Have lost a pack gun.
Good shot there from the Sherman tank.
Has destroyed an anti-tank.
A tank rifle grenade does connect. Fragmentation grenade there onto the MG. It's a good shot there. Brumbar rolls a miss there. 6-pounder has been captured. Sherman tank gets throws around into the MG.
The enemy has killed a machine gun.
Good shot there. 6-pounder rotating around. Sherman tank does load up armor piercing. Saber rounds fired. Oh, was that a... I thought it was an M6-pounder. It was pretty dark in color. There goes the Brumbar. Jag or King Tiger does get tulips.
Wireless intercept. They still have 300 points remaining.
I think that King Tiger now hates the Dutch. We do not have the Firefly getting more damage there. Churchill Crocodile push way forward. King Tiger should try focusing down the Firefly. It's higher threat to him. Of course, it does have longer range. Jagdpanzer has enough repairs. He can push forward. and ward away that Firefly. Obsasson and Jaeger Infantry engaging wipes out the Royal Engineer, which he does need that. He's out of infantry sections, so he needs any squad for capturing. Jagdpanzer gets a pen there, rolls a miss. King Tiger's 1 goes down to the priest. I was wondering if it was going to go down to the Firefly, but the priest just made it nice and simple. It does not go down to the Firefly. Another Firefly in the build queue. That was Bazooka, not a Panzerfaust. Panzerfaust firing. Bazooka fires. Jagdpanzer could pursue. He should pursue. He doesn't realize he has an info crit there. Grenadiers do fall back. Now I got some smoke rounds from the vehicle crew repair. Red's Panther is advancing. He wants to kill off the crocodile and make Florida Man very sad. He has received a decent amount of repairs. Force on the ground there. At this point in time, the 6-pounder there and potential heat grenade. You may want to be very careful. Force fire on the ground behind the crocodile, not on top of it. So the round can collide on the side when they're trying to connect with its bottom. Sherman Tank gets a pin in the rear armor. Heat grenade. Heat grenade connects. Churchill Crocodile got a decent amount of repairs, enough to keep it alive. He's named Overwatch's Scavenge Artillery there. More anti-tank rifle grenades. Good Sherman Tank. Sherman Tank does go down. Sabo takes out the gun of the Panther. 18 gun does get decrewed by the Scavenge Artillery, but one more anti-tank rifle grenade will finish him off. And he has enough munitions for it. Casts. Now he just needs a pen. He did not get a pen. He bounced. So right now the Panther's at 0 health. So anything that pens it will kill it, including a smoke grenade or a smoke bomb. He just has to pen it though. Rolls another bounce there. That's getting really unlucky. Jackson pushes right forward and easily pens the Panther. More Scavenge Artillery by the Okanagan Polaire. Jeddah still has a pretty good sizable army. Red does not. Oh, and seeing the game has paused, looks like the Axis players have surrendered. This Angrade saying, keep watching, and on the next replay. And since that's the end of the replay, my voice is starting to go out, so that shall be my last replay tonight. So everyone, thank you for watching, have a good evening, and get some good